But I want to welcome everybody to my channel, The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. So this is my story time. The Candy Shop. How is everyone doing out there? The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. I am so excited. The Candy Shop. But I want to welcome. I always do that. I got to figure out how to get these controls right. But welcome to the Candy Shop After Dark. Yes, we came back because we was not done reading them, honey. I'm joking. But I'm gonna let the ladies introduce themselves so anybody can go.
Hey y'all, I'm Kanea. I'm back. Yes, I'm here.
I'm Hannah.
Sheeta.
I'm a doer.
Oh, you a door? I thought it was late night
Right now.
Okay.
Oh, you were freezing,
It
Sheeta.
froze. It froze.
Yeah.
We see you now, though.
Yes. We see you now, Adore. I don't know what's going on with your connection.
Yeah, I said I don't know why.
I hear you, though.
Yeah.
We hear you perfect.
So we came back. Definitely wanted to keep it going. I know my show is usually, I guess, more than an hour on Fridays lately. So I brought it back. The theme song, that's hilarious. Y'all have to hear the extended version because there's like a rap and some other beats to it, but I've shortened it so much. So one day I will play the extended version of my theme song, which was actually made by my cousin Curtis. He raps. He took my voice and put it to music, and you have the Candy Shop.
Oh.
I didn't realize I sounded so nasally. But when he first sent it to me, I was like, ew, I hate this song. But I was like, it might grow on people. It grew on me, so I use it now. But what is we going to talk about, ladies? This is After Dark, so we can get crazy on here. I'll share the Facebook. Let me say this Facebook before we start, because I am on one. I usually do not like streaming to Facebook because it hurts my views on YouTube. And I feel like if people are going to talk about what the hell I have to say, give me a view on YouTube and talk about it from there. But Facebook is like free, all the way views, and it's not helping my YouTube channel. So this will be the last time that I stream to Facebook for a minute. And I lost a viewer just there when I said that. So that's why I say F Facebook. I don't know how long y'all gonna get this. I'm not monetized on Facebook. I'm not monetized on YouTube, but I'm working towards getting monetized on YouTube. So, yeah.
You will.
Yes. So this is the Candy Shop After Dark, unfiltered, real adult rated. What?
We can curse.
Not that much. You can curse, but not that much because if I get monetized, they might pull this. So. So it's a little bit of cursing, but what is we gonna talk about? So what's on? I feel like one of my favorite bloggers is T.S. Madison. She always says, "What's on the docket?" So what's on the docket right now?
They got that from Kaya.
I have a question.
Drinking my drink on that.
Do y'all feel like oral sex can make or break a relationship?
Oral? It depends on the person, honestly.
Say it again.
It depends on the person. Oral sex. Some people just have to have it, and then some people don't care for it as much. And then some people are like in the middle. So it really depends, honestly. But I feel like if you have one person that wants it more than the other, then you have to come to some kind of a compromise, especially if you're married. So, which that could be fun, compromising. To me, in my stage of my relationship, I don't know about other people's stages, but compromise is always fun, making things fun.
I don't know. I was gonna say I don't know if it can make or break a relationship because if your partner knew, let's say both sides, if both sides knew that one didn't like it and you married them, that means that they were okay with that condition to the relationship. And so I don't necessarily agree that it can make or break a relationship if you already knew what it was. Now, let's say, here you go, Kenny. Well, the Kenny Show After Dark. Laugh out loud in my Jazzy Faye voice. Oh boy, yes. Thank you for joining again. But yes, oral sex. If you set that the tone from the very beginning and communicated, and they still married you, then no, that's not gonna break your relationship. Well,
what if you marry a virgin?
I'm not married.
Well, that man is taking that risk. I actually had a guy that I used to date. He had me as a side chick while he was grooming his virgin for marriage. And you know what's so funny? They're divorced now. So,
you know what's bad though? I say all this, and I was a virgin when I got married.
Wow.
I was a virgin. But then I realized that being a virgin, I thought that was the best sex ever. Mm-hmm. And now I'm engaged again. And I realized that was bullshit. But but you can't, when you're a virgin, you can't compare it to anything.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't compare it to anything as a virgin.
But I feel like
oral sex is needed. But I told you before, Candace, I didn't believe in oral sex when I first got married because I was a preacher's kid. And you can't, you're not supposed to have oral sex. That's demeaning to you. You're not a lady and this and that. But then I realized if you're married and your significant other wants it, lock them jaws.
Do y'all know what's funny? We talk about oral. I was going to say oral. We talk about oral sex a lot on my show for it to be so.
Why do we? I blame Lashida. Lashida's frozen.
Lashida originally brought the topic
up. She brought the topic to your channel.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So, Kanea, you were going to say something on the topic?
I was going to say, I feel like
don't blame me.
A men's
bag.
A man's perspective is different from a woman's perspective, 100%. Like, you can have a woman who didn't do it at first, and then when they get married, his expectations are so high. Like, now that we're married, we're supposed to have this.
When y'all can't hear me.
Oh, she's frozen.
Lashida,
you're talking, but you're frozen and you're coming.
Lashida should probably go out and then come right back.
Yeah, go out and come back in, Lashida. But Kenny asked a good question. He said, "Would you ladies marry a man that was a virgin?" Hell to the no.
We ain't no spring chickens.
Now, let me say this, Kenny.
If he was rich, I would.
If we were both virgins, then yes. At that when we were younger, because Hannah, my grandfather was a preacher, which I can still consider myself a pre-K. If I would have met a guy that was a virgin along with myself, then yes, I would have been more willing to marry him because we're both learning at the same time, and I know this is going to be my life partner. So yes, at that time in my life when I was a virgin, yes. But once I became a mature woman, hell no. Why would I marry a virgin?
For what?
Yes, I need somebody that can tend to all these needs.
You can be the teacher.
That part. I
don't have time to teach.
Well, I'm gonna take Candy's. I'm not gonna say I can't marry a virgin. I think I could. I mean, I'm not gonna say my sexual how I feel because I know it's after dark, but I don't want to go too after dark. But however, I think I could actually marry a virgin because I feel like we can teach each other new things.
Girl, you crazy.
You still gotta teach them. You still gotta teach them if they not a virgin any fucking way.
But exactly. I was just about to say that every woman is different, so you have to teach a man how your body reacts to sex and all that. So I just wouldn't want with a virgin. I've heard that they come quickly, and that's the part.
What?
See, you gotta teach them how not to do that. That's it.
You see what I mean? My fruit. Oh, and Kenny said I could build a what? I'm not trying to. This ain't build a bear. I'm not trying to build. I'm not trying to build nobody. And like I said in the beginning, yes. But my first experience, I dealt with somebody that was experienced. Siobhan said I would still want to see what he was working with, depending on the size. I could work it on out myself. Yeah, size, yeah, but think about it. A virgin, a guy that's never been with a woman, is very inexperienced. He doesn't know the ins and outs of a woman's body and her pleasure points and all of that. Yes, we can teach them, but I'm not trying to. I don't know. I just want a man, unless y'all can tell me that a virgin has a natural instinct to just be passionate about it, then maybe. But I don't know.
Yeah, I see that. I do. Some people might just have that. I can see that.
Yes.
Maybe that's a fairy tale. I don't know.
Oh, it's not a fairy tale. I missed the whole dang conversation.
Kenny said, would you ladies marry a man that was a virgin?
Okay, so yeah, so I didn't get to comment on the whole thing.
Oh, I like your light, Lashita. Let me see mine. Ooh, yeah.
I had to switch modes back. Switch back modes. But yeah, so like I said, in college, the whole experimental playing field. So and the guys, because being in architecture, we definitely were in the studio a lot and just surrounded around a lot of guys. And different dynamic, different, stages or whatever. So I came across a virgin, which was so interesting. And but his thoughts were very spiritual, like he was, spiritually motivated. And I was like, oh my God. And he was, thinking strong about what he thought about, but I just knew I not trying to, tarnish his whatever or nothing that, but I'm just saying, I just knew, I was like, oh my God, just that first time of being in love or being with someone or being experienced, I'm like, your whole perspective changes dramatically, compared to what he was. But the end of that, the 4 years, which architecture is a 5-year program, but by the end of that, he wasn't a virgin no more. You know what I'm saying? And the crazy thing was, he dated. One of the people that he dated or whatever was not just experienced. She was like over the top.
I'm like leaning in like, what?
Right. She was over the top. You know what I'm saying? She doing extra. I'm like, oh, damn, she is corrupting him. Like, she's overexposing him. And, you know what I mean? To the point of you exposing him to stuff that he ain't even supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're doing too much, girl. She just really, like, she took advantage. She just really did.
See, that's the good part about it. If you are control some people, alpha females, I would have to say, are control.
She definitely was one. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and so it's like a game. It's enjoyment out of teaching somebody and being in control of what they do. It's kind of like dominatrix.
Yeah.
Yes, it's kind of like that, or BDSM. It's kind of like that. So
with him, he ended up being like just the experimental guy. Like, he wanted to try everything. He wanted to do everything. I'm like, dude, everybody don't do all that stuff. Like, it's, you know what I mean? Like, I get it.
He was trisexual.
Well, not totally that, not totally that, but she definitely opened the door. Do you see what I'm saying? She opened that door. She opened the back door.
The back door.
Girl, I'm in my mind. I'm like, damn it, girl, you wasn't supposed to do all that. All you had to do was just, you didn't have to. I don't know.
So you were mad she turned him out?
No, I wasn't mad. I was just surprised. But I'm just saying, what I was trying to warn him of, it was just the simple, the simplicities of being in a relationship, experimenting, with your partner, getting to know them type of thing. That she just went all to she she was 50 shades on him.
Yeah, well, Kenny said, honestly, my first experience was horrible. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Laugh out loud. I can understand why a woman would want to marry a man that was a virgin. Yeah, and I can speak to that. My first time, like you said, she went 50 shades on him. The guy, my first time went 50 shades on me. R. Kelly TP2 was out, and the intro at the end of it, he says, "Sit it on my face." Imagine you being a virgin and a guy wanting you to sit on his face. That was my experience. And so it's like, what?
What?
Hilarious.
So
You're a human debate?
what's this data? But yes, it was my first experience. I experienced a guy that was very, very, very experienced, and he did not know that I was a virgin. He didn't believe me until we actually did the do, and he saw for himself. Like, he was like, "Oh, you really were a virgin?" Like, yeah.
Well, I just saw on, it must be like a YouTube interview. It was a couple, and that's what they were saying. I wish I got to see the whole thing, but that's what they were saying when they were married. She was a virgin, but she wasn't only a virgin. She wasn't even exposed or explained what sex was. Like, and he knew she was a virgin, right? But he didn't understand to the degree that she wasn't, her family never talked about it, never explained it. She didn't know what it was. She didn't even know why people, you know what I mean? Like the hugging, she didn't understand it at all. So that threw him for a loop. That's more than just, what it is, or you know what I'm saying? You knowing about the experience, or you have experienced a couple of things along the way, but she didn't have any understanding about it. So you're talking about brand new from scratch, which I wish I'd saw the rest of the interview, like how that went. But that was just interesting. And once again, how people really need to talk. So I don't know what they talk about at church when you do the marital counseling, but I guess it just depends on what church you go to. But I'm like, well, if you ain't covering the damn birds and the bees, I mean, I know it's not their place, but I'm saying, like, somebody got to cover it. Who covering it?
How you gonna make babies? Shoot.
Right, like who? I mean, if you don't have an explanation, or if you don't put it in the alignment of God, what are y'all talking about? And couple, you know what I'm saying? Couple, what is it called when you
Everybody want a virgin till they get a virgin.
And we're talking about this, and y'all hearing my baby now.
But you know what? It seems like so this is the real question. Why do men always say they want to have a virgin? What is up? Why do they always prefer to have, majority of men prefer for a woman to be a virgin?
I would think the same reason why they want a woman with a low body count. The less men that have been with her, the more pure she is. Because, for us, it's a double standard. We get called a hoe when we're with men. And when they're with multiple women, they're not called a hoe. And so I said this on a previous show. We lay down and open our legs or do whatever to let them in. Whereas they on one of Ricky Smiley's shows, they said, when you are, who's dirtier, the shoe that you're putting your foot into, or the foot that you're putting your shoe, or that's putting on the shoe? And so we don't want to put on dirty shoes.
I ain't no damn shoe.
What'd you say?
I said I ain't no damn shoe.
But like that, we're letting them in, and I hate that it's a double standard, but it is like we do have to submit in that very little moment to let them in. When you think about it, we're submitting in that moment. Yes, we can say all day that, oh, I'm empowered or whatever, but we have to let them in versus us getting in them.
And it's definitely a responsibility in that. I saw this lady talking about it. She went off. I keep running to these people that be going off on YouTube, but it was really true though. But she was saying that she was a mother of two, and she had a son and a daughter, and she was specifically talking about her son. And she was like, I'm tired of women, talking about the baby daddy and his responsibility and not being responsible, whatever. She was like, you the one chose to be the hoe. I was like, damn, she said the hoe. But what she was saying was hoe tendencies. tendencies. I'm like, damn. But what she was saying when she got to the root of it, it was just one of those shocker words, you know what I'm saying, to get you. But what she was saying was just kind of being genuine. Is what you're saying. You let them in, and then you want to. She was like, they didn't ask for no kid, so how are you going to throw? Come back at them and talk about you need to be a daddy and you need to do that. They didn't ask.
My thing to that, if they didn't ask for a kid, why did they come inside?
Right. It's a responsibility. But she was kind of trying to say, don't shift all of it on them. She was like, own up to what you did first. First things first. Which was, you let her in, basically.
I agree. I definitely agree.
She was talking about herself too, but I was like, well, damn, that's kind of self-talk she got with herself. But
where did Hannah go? She just disappeared.
Hope she's making a drink to throw over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove her for now, and then when she comes back, I'll add her back. But what's another topic we can talk about? We have one person viewing us right now. The views keep going up and down.
Since we're talking about baby mamas having babies with the baby daddy and blaming everything on the baby daddy. I don't know. Did you talk about Slim Jimmy from Ray Shrimmer when he went live and he had
baby?
The
only reason why I didn't talk about that is because a lot of people don't know who that is.
What?
But I saw it on.
That's one of my favorite groups. They're very talented, but I feel like they're underrated.
You with the young people.
I know Ray Sherman. What do he do?
Yeah. You know I'm into music, so
I know Ray Sherman, whatever his name is. I know
it's a group though.
Yes, it's two people. Yeah, I know. Now what happened?
So Slim Jimmy is one of the members of the group, and his baby mother was at a hotel, and he ended up at the hotel with her, and the baby is 1 month old, and so she was posting on social media of how he doesn't do for the baby and things like that, and so he went to the hotel and was trying to be funny and grabbed the baby and was taking the baby with him. The baby is only 4 weeks old, like 1 month. And so she was like, give me my baby. You don't even know him. And he was like, he was literally on live saying, well, you said I don't never want to get the baby. Now I'm here getting the baby and you don't want me to get the baby. It was like some petty high school bull crap.
Because they're young. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, she was basically what we're talking about, blaming him for not being there. But she opened her legs. You know what I'm saying? But
y'all are entertaining her because she's sitting up there looking at y'all.
Hey, boo.
But yes.
So like a lot of women like to engage in sexual intercourse, but you don't know that the father is literally going to just skip out on his responsibilities, just like one of 6ix9ine's baby mama, the one that's getting threatened, the baby that's getting threatened, but he with another baby mama that's not getting threatened. So
6ix9ine, I don't know these people.
Okay, so 6ix9ine is the rapper with that wear the lace fronts with the colorful hair, and he get to say the N-word and nobody say nothing about that and all that crap. So one of his children's mother is being threatened because her baby is being threatened because of the fact that he goes on social media talking a whole bunch of junk. But he doesn't take care of that baby. So her and the baby is not protected by his security and stuff like that. So one of his baby mamas that he's currently with is protected by his security, and he's currently with her. So she was just going on social media ranting, talking about, you need to keep my child out of this. Like, y'all don't provide security for my child and all this other stuff. Basically, the child's life is in jeopardy because of the stuff that he's causing on social media. In jeopardy
by who? Like, he's offending
his fans.
Fans want to hurt the child
because they're stupid. Like he literally went in on Meek Mill. Hannah, you know this because you can tell
Meek Mill. What happened?
You know when 6ix9ine went in on Meek Mill? It was, I don't know if it was fake or not. Like,
why did he go in on Meek Mill?
I don't know. All you see is 6ix9ine videotaping
about their life.
6ix9ine is videotaping Meek Mill. 6ix9ine videotape other people and was like, "You're not gonna do nothing. You're not about that life," or saying stuff like that allegedly. And then the other person, Meek Mill, and some other guy that he recorded 2 separate occasions, is literally just trying to walk away because 6ix9ine is there with his bodyguards, and they don't either. Well, Meek Mill doesn't want to go back to jail. He doesn't want legal problems.
Meek Mill is older,
which is probably why he walked away. So on camera, it looks like Meek Mill is like backing down, and on camera, the other guy, I don't know who the other guy was. It looked like he was backing down, and 6ix9ine was just looking like the aggressor and being all fake and stuff like that. But so 6ix9ine's fans was going in. Some fans was going in on 6ix9ine's one of his children's mother, who he's not with anymore, and they were coming after the child. So she fears for the child safety. She had literally posted various videos and statuses on her story and stuff like that about that. So go ahead, Hannah. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, so being from the state of Pennsylvania, and I know how the Pennsylvania judges and court system is, I kind of see why Meek Mill was backed out, because you had a judge who he was offered probation years ago.
A black woman.
Because Philly, when we see us in Philly, they think we a certain way. PA being a Commonwealth state, she had the right to still go after this man even 5 years, almost 10 years after his probation was over, because that Quaker state of the state of Pennsylvania, so I see why, even though if he didn't have a type of background, it would have been a different outcome. But 6ix9ine, my thing is, if you're not about that life, don't be about that life. But if you claim you about that life, then be about that life. Like, I ain't gonna lie, back in the day, I'm older now, so I have shit to lose. Back in the day, we rumbling, like point blank period. Like that was me. Because growing up in Philly, you had to fight. So I understand why Meek Mills did what he did, because first of all, he's grown.
He's from Philadelphia?
Yeah, he's from Philly. Huh. Yeah, and even if you move out of state, that judge was on his behind so much. You have to think about, you're not young no more. You took a lot to finally get off that case. So yeah, you could talk all that bull crap now, because ain't nobody going back to jail. Nobody's trying to be locked up. But 6ix9ine don't have shit, excuse my language, nothing to lose. And he has the witness protection, everybody to back him up. So don't come at nobody else that has something to lose. So people is coming at Meek and I'm from Philly, I'm really not a Meek fan, but if they come,
I'm a Meek fan.
Dreams and nightmares, we in the club busting it, because I ain't gonna lie, they come on. I'm like, all I do. I'm done. But I understand why he said that, because you don't want to lose what you have now. You have your freedom. You have a family, and it don't matter how much street cred you have. You don't want to be behind them bars, especially during COVID, because it's rough. But I ain't been in prison, but I'm pretty sure it's rough in prison. But imagine being in prison in COVID. We out here with masks on. We out here got a social distance. We can't see nothing. When I went to try to renew my PA license, they had a big sign up saying that if you wanted to change your license plate, you can't, because inmates can't get out to make them. I thought that was a joke growing up, but I didn't realize PA prisoners really make our license plates in Pennsylvania. So it's a lot in PA that people don't know about. There is a lot of shit that goes on in Pennsylvania. And people think, you from Philly? Philly ain't shit if you from PA. It's still a Quaker state. They still got the KKK is right in Pennsylvania. So people don't put that factor in. You could be from Philly all you want, but PA is on a different level. So I actually kind of respect him falling back and being a adult and saying, you know what, you can be about that. And I respect the baby mom as a mom for what she said. The Takashi baby mom, like that is a threat. Like you a mother first, and we moms on here. We are all moms, and I'm tell you one thing. I will serve any sentence for my child. Dude, I don't even need the bail money because I'm being the mugshot like I'm here. Cause that's what I birthed in this world. So I understand when you want to protect your child, it don't matter which you're not going to take anything from me. And he making these threats and acting all crazy and fans attacking me. We gotta be in that mode. Like we gonna protect our cubs. We lions.
All he's trying to do is just get views for his videos.
Is he the dude from the Sprite commercial?
He's trash.
Or no?
He is Sprite?
No, I think you're thinking of Yachty. Is that the other one that had the Sprite?
From that Sprite commercial playing the piano.
The Yachty guy. 6ix9ine didn't have a Sprite commercial.
He's Hispanic. He's not black. He's Hispanic.
And he has the colorful lace fronts.
Who's Yachty?
Young Yachty, whatever, little Yachty.
Little Yachty is he's the guy. He's dark skinned, kind of tall. He wears his hair with the beads.
With color, and it's colorful too. And he has Sprite.
What you say? I need the song.
I don't know. I can remember you on that Sprite commercial.
That song about Oprah. What's that song?
Oprah.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, with the baby, right?
Yeah.
The baby.
The short one. Yeah.
The one from here.
Yeah, that song, the broccoli.
No, that's not him. That's not him.
Featuring him.
Oh, he made. You know that song by City Girls? He wrote that. What's that song about City Girls that he wrote?
I don't know. I know Yachty was on broccoli. I remember that.
Oh, City. So I saw that on Shade Room. The one who had Act Up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wrote that.
Beads.
Yes, with the beads.
Okay, I did see it on Shade Room. I do like Act Up. I know I'm not no City Girl, but it is my ratchet song.
Yeah, I like that
song back that thing up.
I love City Girls.
Okay, I don't say I love them, but my only ratchet anthem is really back that thing up.
My ratchet anthem is Kaya, don't trust no nigga.
Kaya.
That's what I was thinking. I quote that like once a week. I'm sorry, and I'm married.
What's your ratchet anthem, Lashida?
Huh?
What's your ratchet anthem?
I never know the artist's name or nothing. I don't know. I like anything that dances. I like anything that dance. Really.
I only have
like today. I was trying to ask my niece. I'm like, how do you? What was the song? Throw it back. That's how you throw it back. She was like, she's a freshman in college, but she danced. But she's not a street dancer though.
She a freshman in college already? Wow.
Already, and she goes to Alabama State, Trader.
No. What?
I have two nieces. Two nieces at Alabama State.
In the ghetto.
She's the enemy.
Alabama State.
Two. One about to graduate and one just got here.
State and Tuskegee are rivals.
We're rivals, and Alabama State is the ghetto. If you think of
Alabama State
ghetto,
is
the ghetto.
I went to the other TU.
What? Tennessee? No, I don't know. What? Temple University. That's a good school.
Yeah.
That's a PWI. That's a good school.
I'll be honest. My only regret was honestly not going to HBCU. But I went on full scholarship for education. So my mom was
exactly who's paying for it. That's where you go.
My mom was not having like, oh, I don't care where you want to go. You going here.
Well, I'm glad your mother was like that, because my mother was like, you have to go to a HBCU. She would not allow me to apply to a PWI. And then I think some of our family members talked with her. And once I got accepted to Tuskegee, she was like, well, you can go ahead and apply to some PWIs. I'm like, well,
my mom went to LaSalle University and University of Penn.
Oh.
My mom was like,
I applied to
education.
University of Philadelphia, but they didn't send me an
What
award letter.
school?
University of Philadelphia.
My mom was
Philadelphia University, I'm sorry.
Penn,
And they didn't send me an award letter. And Tuskegee
oh,
sent me an award letter. That's why I went
Penn
to Tuskegee.
State. Penn State was recruiting myself. I went to, what people don't know, I graduated from high school in Montgomery County, Maryland, which is one of the number one counties in the United States. And most of the friends that I went to high school with, I graduated from Gaithersburg High School. They went to Yale, Harvard, and they were, when you think of AP, they were passing it like full, like everything,
Wow.
getting their college credits. And so those Ivy Leagues recruited for us. And so Penn State was one of the schools that was reaching out to me. Columbia University, and I felt like my grades were not that good at all. So I'm like, these schools. Is it because of Gaithersburg? And sometimes I wonder now, this can be a topic too. I wonder in regards to education, because, growing up in the public school system, I was always in the gifted and talented classes or AP classes, which sometimes I feel like is a way to separate us from white people. It's like in those classes, I was probably the only Black person. And so I felt like, what's his name? The guy, I forgot, Obama's best friend. What's his name? He's an actor.
Oh,
Not Biden. He's Black. A Black actor. He went to Harvard as well, and Obama was a mentor to him. And he has been in movies. He was in Get on the Bus and all that. But he said he made a documentary about it, how that's the new way it's the new segregation. Is these gifted and Hill Harper.
Hill Harper. I'm about to say, is a Hill.
Yes.
That's the only one I know.
Yes. I don't know if y'all know Hill Harper.
Best friend.
Hill Harper.
Yeah, Hill Harper.
He was on the game.
Yes, they were close. I think at the time that Hill Harper,
my crush back then.
Yes, at the time that Hill Harper went to Harvard, I think Obama was like in grad school, but Obama was a mentor to him. But he did a documentary on that. Is basically AP gifted and talented, the new segregation for schools. So that's I always
Candace, my mom put me. I went to Catholic school in elementary. Then my mom put me in the academic plus school. When I got to high school, my mom got mad because it was a predominantly white school, and I went to school in like the roughest Black neighborhood in Philadelphia for high school because I wanted that. But meanwhile, I'm thinking like I'm getting away from it. But I went to vocational school where you can get straight A's if you fail like a shop class, like such as cosmetology, food service, or business. You can fail your whole grade. So I'm like, I think I'm doing a one-up on my parents, but it was my downfall. But I feel like I think we need as Black people to be around our peers. And I always regretted that. Like when I grew up, I didn't really grow up around a lot of Black people. Besides church. And I regretted that.
Yes, we need to be around our peers, but we definitely need to make sure that our schools are equal to the schools in the suburbs in regards to curriculum and scholastics and all of that, because it's not equal. And I know that there's charter schools, there's private schools doing their own thing, but there's a lot of students that are in the public school system, like myself, that had I not been, and I'll say this to you, Hannah, yes, I was smart, but had I not been the Black person that was approachable, who's to say I would have been allowed to be in those classes? Because I felt like it was a lot of my peers were just as smart as I was. But for some reason, I remember starting in elementary school, they put me in this advanced math group or whatever, and it just started from there. And sometimes I think it was because I was quiet. I came off quiet. I came off like I was not going to be aggressive, and that was why they allowed me to be in those programs.
That was like similar down here. We have a really big thing in Huntsville. We had a whole case, about the inclusion. And I guess clearly in Alabama they were not letting those people in their schools, so they had a whole law. Like it went to the courts, right? And so who knew that? But it was coming to an end recently, like within the last 5 years. And it was really big and really deep. And it showed even the dynamic of when I went to school, you know, we were always under this order. Because even when I went to school, I went to a magnet school, but I only went to a magnet. They first considered the race first. It was 50-50.
Oh.
And whatever that year, wherever there was a majority, I couldn't go to the majority. It had to be, you know, the minority.
Wow.
Which is real crazy because being that I went to a magnet school and I went to a magnet school for art, I thought I went because of my talent. I really am talented in art, but they also considered the ratio. I'm like, are you serious? They're doing the status quo, or a lot of other, you know, whatever nationality they weren't allowed or given the opportunity to go to these magnet schools. They only used the title magnet. They weren't focusing on whatever that was, you know what I mean? Which I think they definitely should. I'm like, that's stupid. We literally live in an engineering city, and kids don't even know what engineering is.
Yeah. Wow. See, that's why I decided to go to Tuskegee, because not only did I want to go to school with people that look like me, but also I knew the curriculum would be equal. Like it would be no reason for it not to be. And what people don't know about HBCUs, because for some reason they're under the impression that we learn about just Black history. But no, we learn everything that they would learn at a PWI. We learn, and our instructors are not all Black. We have Indian, we have white, we have African. It's just everybody at Tuskegee. Yeah. And I can speak to. I remember one of my math teachers. I was in his class twice because they put me, because I had a high score on my ACT. They put me in an advanced math, and I had Dr. Memari, and I used to fall asleep in his class all the time.
Oh, I had him.
It was Math 107. Y'all, that class was like the hardest math class.
Yeah. I had to take his class, and I failed the first year, and then the second year was when I really got my stuff together, and I forgot the building I was in, but the only way that I got through from doing my work was listening to Baltimore club music, and that was the only thing. That was the only thing that got me through doing my work, and I passed his class with a B.
He was an old Indian man, and he would put
old Indian man. Yeah. To this day, any accent, I can understand any accent, African, Indian, any accent I can understand, simply because of the interactions that I had with my professors at Tuskegee.
Yeah, we had a lot of them. Go ahead, Hannah.
I was going to say, I have to say good night.
Oh,
I would stay on. No, I would, if I didn't have a 6-hour drive.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah. So get you some sleep. I be hating those drives like that, because I be like,
oh my goodness, this is having to go back 6 hours is crazy. But
that's not that bad. At least it's not 12 hours you're driving.
Yeah. Well, last time it was. Remember, I told you I drove and came right back to your other show. I drove and came back. So for me, it felt like it was 12, literally. Because I came back same day. But I just wanted to say good night to you, beautiful ladies.
You too. Have a safe trip.
Yeah.
Because
get you that throwback playlist on board.
I probably won't be asleep because I don't have to drive. I just have to be a co-pilot because he's driving this time.
I will get you those headphones, those silencing headphones.
Yeah, if I was you, Hannah, I'd be knocked all the way out the whole way.
Because I told you I have to do a 21st birthday on Sunday.
So man,
right.
Get you them silencing headphones. To get you that meditative music. Put some affirmations on there.
What to do. But I appreciate you ladies for letting me come back on. Candace, thank you for letting me come on for part 2. You all are beautiful when you're Black.
Thank you.
And it's Black History Month, even though it's over Sunday. So this is the last Friday.
Never over.
Black History Month. I just want to say that we're Black every day of the year. 1 month does not define us as Black, beautiful women. So I appreciate you all, and I hope you all enjoy the rest of your night.
You too.
Thank you again.
Thank you, Hannah.
I love your nails. Your nails match.
They are so short. I have to get them redone. They're like so down. I know.
Well, drive safe.
I'm gonna get them redone in Philly.
Okay.
But good night, Candace. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Good
Bye.
night.
Beautiful ladies. Oh, look at that thing.
Oh,
Oh, who snuck up?
She just woke up.
Hi, beautiful.
and now Cameron is asleep. She's laid out. Now we
You know,
can't.
me and babies, I get excited. Look, I need to stop. I get so excited.
Mhm.
Good night, ladies.
Good
Good
night.
Hey, little lady.
Oh, it looked
That's
like
what
she
she
was on
waited.
the
That's what she's like, okay, I know.
But all right, good night, Hannah. But woo. So what were we talking about? I started eating my fish. Yes,
I
I'm
wish you had some
back
need.
today.
We was talking about at first we started talking about the is what is it called? What is fellatio and what's the other term that we use? I forgot. It start with a cunnilingus. We was talking
Yeah,
about fellatio and cunnilingus.
What's cunnilingus?
that's what the men do to women, right?
Got it. Never heard it.
Is that a deal breaker? Like, is it required for you?
For me, it's not a deal breaker for me because I don't like men doing that to me because not every man knows how to do it,
Mhm.
and I like the actual sex act of actually having sex versus that. So it'd be like, what the hell are you doing? Like, can we stop wasting time?
Exactly. Like, are you a woman? Like, what are you doing? Like, stop.
So I know a lot of women like that, but I'm just one that does not.
Yeah, I'm down for 50-50, but I'm not a requirer, so don't be requiring nothing from me.
Exactly. Now I don't want them to require anything from me, but I don't mind giving. I'll say that.
I know some women that feel.
But don't tell me it's my
I know.
job.
I know some women that feel empowered. They're like, I love. Okay, girl.
Howard.
Empower. So that definitely
Right.
was an A-type female, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She
Who said
was. She was a boss.
it?
Empowered. Okay.
Well,
Don't
that's
begging.
good for her.
I know.
um,
You like it, I love it.
yeah, I guess when I guess I'm different. When I'm in the bedroom, I'm not even thinking about power. I'm not even thinking about, I'm just having a good time. But now if we play those roles, then that's a different story.
Oh,
But
we all about role play. That's where you get your start at rave. No, I'm just saying.
you know, my favorite rave fashion show was our very first show where we y'all did the Victoria's Secret scene. Remember, I don't know if y'all remember, I was going back and forth because I thought both was nasty, but I ended up doing a dance with Geraldine and them. But sometimes I wish I could have been in the scene with it was your scene, Kanea, where you guys had the Victoria's Secret and y'all modeled. Oh, now I done woke up my baby. Y'all modeled around Victorian, and he was in the middle. What y'all had on Victoria's Secret?
Oh yeah!
Yeah,
Oh.
that was a good scene. And he ended it. Remember, he ended it in the splits, and he's like,
Yes.
hey, "Yes."
I think I
Did
have
somebody
it on
have
tape.
that video? Who got that video?
I do.
I have one.
I have
too.
one.
I have the one that
You have
Deja,
the video?
Yeah.
Okay.
because I remember Deja. She was like Dorito belt with Lamar. I remember her New York accent.
I would love to watch that video.
Yes, but those
That was epic.
yes, that was some of the best times. So I don't know. We have 10 minutes we can stay on, and then I know we're gonna do our little after talk after we get off. I don't like giving Facebook too much of me, so that's why I be quick to sometimes in these lives. Like I have a real problem sometimes, and it's nothing against Facebook and people, but sometimes people are so intrusive and they give so many opinions on shit, and they be doing the same thing you doing, but yet they got an opinion on it. So
exactly.
yeah, I just
yes, I agree 100%. That's exactly why my Facebook, I only have probably maybe 137 friends on Facebook, simply because you know the stuff y'all know the stuff that I post on Facebook. It's like if it's at the top of my brain, I'm probably gonna post it as a Facebook status. I've been doing that since 2005. So
I need to
that's
make
what I've been doing, and it's a lot of crazy stuff. And I think some of the bougies would literally be like, so
with the bougies, and they can take it or love it. They can delete me. I don't care what y'all do. I'm gonna be me all the time.
Yeah.
But no, I have a friend. Remember, I'm not gonna call her out. But remember, it was a friend that I had from. We used to work at Avenue together, and she was kind of different. I know you know who I'm talking about. She created a new profile. So she has a profile that deals with her catering business. And then she has one that's like, she says no treats, and she be talking crazy on there. And it is hilarious. She added me, and she was like, don't be expecting me to be politically correct, and not like goes in. And I love it. Every time I love her posts.
I want to see.
I know you gotta see her. She'll add you. I don't know. She is something else. I admire that in a woman that can be in her own skin and just do whatever. Yeah. I love that. I love it.
And that's why I couldn't find that girl that I came across. I don't know how she came across my feed. She was like that. She was. I mean, when I say she was getting with you. Like she was. I don't want to call her hood, but she was. Like,
I saw a woman from Dallas with short hair, kind of going on. But that's
this particular day, she had wavy hair. I don't even know her name. I don't know how it came across my screen. I was just watching them. She was doing a live, and people were like even coming on there criticizing, talking about her prices, right? And she was like, "My prices are not changing." She's saying, "You better. I'm about to stop doing these lives." She was like, because the quality of, I know my value. I'm not gonna change. I'm sitting up here telling y'all bitches, and she was like going off, like telling, what I'm saying, like. I mean, every slang word that everybody uses, she was using it. And she was being real, telling them stuff that that they needed to hear. She was like, you got issues, and you got issues because your mama had issues.
That's why
it was a generational curse. She was like, stop doing this, stop doing that. I can counsel you and you and your man, or you and your baby daddy. Stop doing this. You can run out here and do this, do this and get these Jordans. Don't be sitting up here complaining about child support. Or, she was just like going on.
That's why people like Kaya, though, because Kaya used to tell her the truth. The only thing about Kaya, which I thought she had came back to YouTube, but then I haven't seen any videos. I have to search for her again. But she tells it like it is. Oh, she tells it like it is, but I guess she'd be getting reported. I don't know what be going on.
But I was like, who is really getting advice from this woman? Like she, you know what I'm saying? If she's going in, she's talking about you. Are you the person that calls in? She's like a version of Kevin, but she's not politically correct. She's just like straight.
She was on YouTube because there is a lady that talks crazy like Kevin Samuels, but she's about the Swirl of Life, Crystal Swirls or whatever, but she got kicked off recently. Yeah, it's a couple of them. It's YouTube. It's a weird place to be. Just looking at all this
right now, where everybody,
yeah.
I'm like, wow. There is someone for everybody.
Yes. I was
like, wow. She was, like I said, she was saying the real. She was letting them know. I don't know. She don't know who need to hear this. I was like, yeah, but she was saying as plain as day, because that's what someone was like, they were mad with this whole COVID explanation and understanding. They did the big show where Tyler Perry, he was talking to the doctor, and the Tuskegee doctor, but who was explaining it, but then the way she explained it was like in a Black way.
Yeah.
And someone was like, why she got to say it in a Black way? Because Tyler Perry knows his audience. He knows who he was trying to reach and who needed to hear, the explanation and why they should be taken in and why they should not. It wasn't like she wasn't being hood or anything like that. She just gave a scenario that clearly was our culture and that you can understand. You know what I mean? It was not meant for anyone else. You know what I mean? like, you needed to hear because you the main one. Sitting there, I ain't talking no shot. I don't know nothing about. They trying to have to get us. I ain't taking no shot. What? You gonna get got if you don't get a shot.
That one lady that you was talking about.
Oh,
the ghetto one or that lady that you was talking about?
Uh-oh. Oh, we can hear you though. If it's stopping, we can hear you, Kania. Go ahead.
Okay, it's going. The one lady you was talking about, Candace, when she's always recording herself when she's walking. She's like brown skin, kind of thick. Is that who you're talking about? Who always says the controversial topics in regards to women and men and stuff like that? I don't know her name.
I don't know. I watch a lot of different people.
Oh crap! I gotta figure out who her name is, but I really don't like her. Some of the stuff we talked about, she seems like she's a pick me. She always
walking.
It was one video where she was walking. She had on a hunter green dress. I know that her nipples was showing, but she was talking about that was so I feel like she was being a pick me because she was trying to get views because of the provocative way that she was being, but she was the provocative way that she was dressing, but she was trying to give a pro-black politically correct message. You know how women they do these thirst traps and they try to dress very provocative, but then they try to give a very important message. So you think you listening to the message, but what you actually doing is watching them be all provocative and watching their body and stuff like that. I think that's exactly what she was doing. But I'm gonna find who she is.
That part doesn't. I was gonna say that part doesn't bother me because, we're sexual to begin with, so I don't be having issues with that. What I don't like is those women that shame women for doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a video and I'm gonna cut my camera off of my mic, so I'm gonna find a video. So I'm gonna find her name, exactly who I'm talking about, because she was in this video. She was literally coming for women on the same level that Kevin Samuels does.
B. Simone?
No, it wasn't about B. Simone. It was something different. Let me find it real quick.
So I've seen Coach Stormy.
Yeah.
And she was always on live. Always exercising, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, when I was like, she's always exercising. Now, I know for sure she be doing shit. Oh, she be doing stuff that
she used to be a stripper.
I don't know that she did. I think she maybe did come from a interesting life before changing, because she'll use it as a testimony.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly. I don't even know whose wife is she? The wife of who was that her husband?
I don't know, but I thought she was on that stripping show, and that ATL Hustle show about the strippers, and I thought it was a lady on there. I think it was her that they didn't get along with because she had changed her life, but she was like kind of belittling them as strippers and making it seem like every move they was making was like small potatoes. That's the way she acted. But she was on there as a life coach.
Coach Stormy will be on there. Coach Stormy is a member of TLC. Is it TLC? TL? I don't know. It's a group. And I think they promote products.
Oh, okay.
As a part of whatever they do for their group, by making money and promoting products. So she's always on there with a product, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like making a commercial. So she's on there like rubbing this stuff all on her. You know what I'm saying? She's all like, like all down her pants. I'm like, girl, you ain't got no panties on, which is fine. But I'm just saying, I know she purposely does that because that is promoting viewers.
Mm-hmm.
But then you'll see people come on. Somebody was like, man, do something. Tell her, give us some information. You born. Because she was exercising though. She'll say, get up. She'll say, get up and come exercise with me. And it'd be like one guy or 2 or 3 guys in the back exercising with her, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she rarely just comes on and just talks. She's not gonna sit in front of the camera and just talk. She's always doing something. But she took a tour of her house one day. It was like on a Sunday. She smoked whatever she was smoking. She lit some up, walked around her house, and showed all her blessings. Right? She went to the garage. You know, she walked around, showed the patio. We're gonna work out here tonight. We're gonna work out here. Okay, she got like the large chess set on her yard. I love yards. But I'm just saying, I was like, okay, so all of it is what it is. It's marketing. It's tactics.
Yeah. And like I said, you know, I'm a sales and marketing major in college. So anything that I see that I know works, I'm all for it. Like, oh yeah. Because I try to think and what I do even with this YouTube, what will make me more marketable. And so sometimes people will send me topics to talk about, but I know what YouTube is looking for. And so even though their topics and everything that they're saying, it is good, but I haven't reached a level enough where people will watch everything that I have to say. So I have to do what's going to work for the channel at this time, how small my channel is. Yeah.
Which is essentially creating the algorithm, right?
Yeah. Well, I have with YouTube, it's interesting. Once you make, I think 30 or 35 videos, YouTube starts making your stuff more, they put you out there to be viewed more. And then it also go like, you guys can see it, but other people that have some of the YouTube apps that help with editing, we tag our videos like it's
algorithm.
Yeah, for the algorithm.
So you don't get access to the algorithm until after the 30 videos when they have to give you access.
35. It's 35 videos. And so, and I'm giving away a little bit of the YouTube secrets. So right now the algorithm goes off of what you title your video, what you put in the description, and then your tags. All of it has to match up, and then you can do more tags. And if you get tags that are ranked high in the search terms, your video will be viewed more. And then there's other things like adding end screens and cards to the videos. Like, I'll say this with this one, I'm going to tag it, but I'm not going to add anything extra. But what helps, the live videos actually are not as successful as recorded videos that you post to your channel. So the recorded videos actually get more traction and get more views than these lives.
Yeah, and that's hard to catch.
Yeah, lives are hard to catch. And then, like I said, Facebook sometimes takes away from your views. It's a lot. It's a lot that goes into it. And if I was adamant or like really into it, like my husband or like my best friend that does it, he has like several YouTube channels, then yeah, maybe I would be monetized by now. But I'm still working. I have a career that I'm still involved in. So I can't go live and commit to it like I would want to. So I don't mind the slow growth. At least I know with the subscribers that I get, these are people that genuinely like what I do. So that's what it is. And I don't mind growing organically. So
awesome.
Oh, Kanaya's back. Let me see what she had to say about the lady. Was that Ray in the background?
I can't find it.
Oh.
It's taking too long. I didn't want to take too long.
I wanted to know who it was, but we can end right here. We've been going for over an hour now. It don't seem like it, but we've gone for over an hour. This was fun. We didn't get too nasty. Next week, I do want to do an after dark or an after hours, but I'm not going to do it on Facebook. I refuse to. So, yeah.
Okay.
So, any final...
it's Women's Month coming in.
Yes. Oh, next week I'll be at the cabin. So I am gonna.
Wow.
You're gonna do the show from the cabin?
Yes, I'm gonna buy a camera and I'm gonna see if the other ladies want to do it. They said I can shoot the show. I'm still gonna provide the StreamYard links to y'all as well. But yeah, I want to do the show.
Yay! That's
I
awesome.
like cabin.
Yes, I can't wait. I need the vacation. I haven't gone anywhere in over a year. I haven't even gone to a restaurant.
Well, I can add 4 to that year. That's why I was like, I'm way overdue. I mean, like, you know what I'm saying? Not driving distance. I mean, like plane.
I'll be stalking you.
I'm going to try to post some videos, but I'm going to talk to y'all after we end this live. So good night. YouTube and Facebook. Facebook, I don't know how long you will be seeing me because, like I said, I don't like streaming on this platform. I don't like the people getting free views off of my goddamn business. Come over to YouTube and subscribe to the Candy Shop, and you can see all the tea. But yes. But everybody have a good night. Thank you, Lashita and Kanea.